Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check it out. Yo. Yo. Hey, yo, I stay up on that front line, ready for war. Sooner or later, they closing down our grocery stores. They already contaminated our water with lead. I'm slapping cups out of homies' hands. I don't drink that dread. Bottled water ain't better, so I can't say buy it. Lord knows it's plastic chemicals in our diet. I'm hitting up Whole Foods in a day I riot. Reading aviation books, hijack a plane and fly it to my motherland. Land that shit in Puerto Rico. If they ask you where I went, to say he went to get his people. I'm standing at a door holding loaded legal heaters. The boys will find out where I'm at from non-believers. Heads just sell they soul for a Newport cig. Bitch talkers trying to shave time off of they bid, but they say it's all fair in love and warfare. I ain't trying to go to war, but the love ain't there. That's why I keep an oxygen mask under my stairs. One in my room, call that a double dose of fresh air. You lose fear and push to the limit while I reach that. That's why I spend most of my time trying to teach cats to squeeze gats and properly clean a barrel. Hood Pharaoh, fuck paper, you need go like Jack Sparrow. Gotta see the bigger picture when your vision is narrow. Gotta learn how to travel where you're headed, your shadow. And time is irrelevant, trust me, I know how this sounds. Sooner or later, we all end up dead in the ground. The future becomes the present, present becomes the past. If you don't get what I'm saying, then you ain't knowing your math or you ain't knowing your science. I don't need an alliance, I don't know about you, but it's the art of self-reliance with a mixture or some art of war. Careful what you barter for, devil doesn't care how much you got and what you got it for. It's all in store until that store closed down. Dumb damn, don't know how to get food off the ground. You better peep, the resell ain't cheap. You try and buy it back, but the retail is steep. Now you huffing and puffing, trying to put wind in your sails, when you had a perfect engine that you knew won't fail. You wanted the bigger, the better, the badder, the best. Didn't get it, now you stress, nicotine inside your chest. Now we live in the same way they hoped we would. They got us tied up in some bullshit, they roped us good. Now we living the same way they hoped we would. Got us tied up in some bullshit, they roped us good. Bang, something like, baby. You know? Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the AWOL podcast. Back with another solo joint. I'm loving these, man. Yeah, I just finished watching the documentary, right? The Downfall, the Case Against Boeing, I think is a full title. Boeing Airplane Company. And then also about a week ago, I had this conversation plenty of times about people on welfare, WIG checks, Section 8, primarily Section 8. Primarily Section 8. And how people say, oh, you know, heads is milking the system and blah, blah, blah. But we're going to get there. I'm going to get there. Not we. Well, we are going to get there. P.S. Side note, thank you for everybody rocking with me. Hit the share button, subscribe, thumbs up. I lost a subscriber. I don't know how. Cool beans. I respect all y'all. Anyway, so I watched this documentary. I'm going to try to break it down as quick as I could. Hopefully this ain't a long joint right here. Everybody knows Boeing Airplane Company. They had the longest safety record for the longest. Then, out of nowhere, they did a merger. I think it was called McDonnell Douglas did a merger with Boeing, took over, right? Fired. Remember, they were based off in Seattle to begin with. McDonnell Douglas, sorry, watch the documentary. It's on Netflix. Downfall, the Case Against Boeing. They did the merger, as any big corporation merger goes with. Board changes, CEO changes, everything changes. And then at that point, they were killing the game. Oh, that's a bad word. No pun intended. They were putting up numbers as far as how many planes they were selling. So they were the standard American-based company. Everybody's like, America in Seattle. Right? What's that noise? Hear that? Is that my bobblehead? Oh, there goes Jedi Montrix. Oh, well. Anyway, right? So they had the planes. Everything was going good. Meanwhile, when you're on top, there's always somebody hungry. Airbus, if I'm not mistaken, was a European company. And they designed a more This is after Boeing's merger. Keep in mind, Airbus has already been coming up. This didn't happen overnight. Airbus was popping. They were putting in the work. They designed a more fuel-efficient plane, which in turn lets you charge customers less for a plane ticket because they're spending less on fuel. Therefore, airlines could buy a Boeing or they can buy an Airbus. An airline is like, let me get the Airbus because I might not lower the seat tickets that much, but my profit margin is still good because the Airbus is cheaper because it's fuel efficient. Airbus started producing more planes than Boeing. The merger noticed this. New CEO, everything. They're like, we got to beat Airbus. Like, this is crazy. And now they're going Boeing and McDonnell, Douglas, whatever. I'm going to just call them McDonald's. No relationship with the fast food chain. They were like, they had Wall Street money going on now. And they were like, hey, they were less concerned with safety and they were more concerned with getting this money back to the shareholders and have this share price go higher. They fired a bunch of people, all this other shit. They made a plane, 737, which was already, I think it was 40 years. The shell of the airplane, aerodynamics, was already been around. But they wanted to make more fuel-efficient engines to compete with the Airbus. But since they were bigger, higher in the plane, it changed the way the plane flew. And it would potentially, so much power, would make the plane go up, stall out, crash. So they added this mechanism to level out the plane. They didn't train no pilots, even though they knew that they should have. And people were like, hey, where's the training at? They were like, nah. This is 2018, 2019. These crashes happened too. 2 of them went down, 737 Maxes. They were like, nah, you don't need to train it. We don't need to train pilots. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Because they were trying to get the share price because that costs money. Shareholders don't want to hear that. They just want the money to go up and no money to go out. Needless to say, they didn't train the pilots. It was a flight out of Indonesia. Pilots didn't even know this new system to keep the plane leveled was even on the plane. Wild shit. That plane went down. 167 people, I think, died. Everybody. In the water. Dead. This is where I'm going with this Section 8 and welfare. I know this is going to be a weird connection. Rock with me. 167 people, give or take, died on the first crash. I believe it was within a year or two, another plane went down that left. Forgot where it left, but it was going to Kenya. It was like right there. That went down, but they already knew the shit that happened. So the pilots were like, oh, when that shit occurs with the airplane, there's a kill switch to kill that system. They hit the kill switch, but you only have 10 seconds to do so. They still didn't get trained. They just knew in a memo that, hey, hit the kill switch. I'm paraphrasing here. They did it, still ain't go. They did it after the 10 seconds, so the plane crashed. I think they lost 140 people. So we're not going at least, give or take, 300 lives gone because of this misinformation. Not even misinformation. That's different. Disinformation is when you give false information out on purpose, knowing the answer. That was disinformation that they did. Allegedly. What are you going to sue me? Hopefully not. But allegedly. 300, give or take, souls. Never took responsibility. Always skirted around the whole shit. The CEO at the time ended up resigning after they had a bunch of Congress and Senate meetings and this and that. Resigned with stock and pension options that had totaled $62 million. He was overseeing a company that took 300 souls. Did he know? Did he not know? I don't know. But regardless, 300 souls were lost, and he walked away with $62 million. Wild. And because that was him. Now, Boeing ended up settling and making an arrangement with the FAA to pay a $2.5 billion settlement. I don't know if it was to the families, to the government, to the I think it was to the FAA for lying to them, or allegedly, whatever. 2.5 billion with a B. Therefore, nobody, because they took this arrangement, aka, hey, plead guilty and get 20 years, or you can go to trial and get life. They pretty much pled out, but instead of doing time, they just paid $2.5 billion. That is light work. That is light work for them. What are you talking about? Bro, that's like me paying $1,000 fine for robbing a bank. All day. I rob a bank every day. Allegedly, hypothetically. I'd rob a bank every day if all I had to do was pay $1,000 fine. What are we talking about here? 2.5 billion, business as usual, 300 souls lost, families are fucked up. Now, watch the documentary. Shit is crazy. Just dropped maybe 2-3 days ago. This is going to be a quick one. It's already like 8 minutes in. And in that something light joint that I just dropped, there's so many levels to the shit, right? They want to say riots this. I'm hitting up Whole Foods, Wegmans. I'm hitting up some good shit. What are you doing at the CVS? It's crazy. You know what I mean? And also, we don't even know. Everybody want to talk rah-rah and all this extra shit. Bro, we don't even know how to grow food, bro. What are we talking about? We don't even know how to survive if the shit really got crazy. So we out here down here. The devil doesn't care how much you got and what you got it for. It's all in store until that store closed down. We dumped down, don't know how to get food off the ground. Everything is attainable while it's here. Food, water, shelter. That's all you need, food, water, and shelter. You're good after that. Some means of protection. If all that goes away, I feel like we're fucked. Maybe not all of us, right? Might not be the best prepared, but I'm better off than the most on TikTok. You feel me? Yeah. So what are we doing? It's wild to me. So when it comes to back to the Section 8 joint, like we're barely doing it. Is it by design? I don't know. Possibly by design that we're in a situation. Now we're living in the same way they hoped we would. They got us tied up in some bullshit. They roped us good. They was fishing and they got us. Oh, you want that Gucci belt? Got them. Conscious rap? Nope. Dumb rap? Got them. I ain't hating for the people getting their money, but we got to recognize what it is. Motherfuckers trying to teach people ain't selling no records. They at least ain't putting up the same numbers that whack rap is putting up. We already know this. I feel that that's by design. I'll say that as a hip-hop head, true hip-hop head. So now we go through all that, and how come when I had this conversation about Section 8, and people are like, yo, how they in Section 8, but they driving dope whips, they got real good jobs. How they in Section 8? I'm like, bro, they pimping the system. Why you mad? Disclaimer. The only part that I disagree with when people pimp Section 8, WIC, all these other government programs, I feel like there are only a certain amount of slots that get filled, at least I think. So if a person that doesn't need it takes it and pimps the system, I feel bad for the person that needs it and now has to fall in line with a bunch of posers until this single mom with 3 kids gets seen because there's a bunch of posers ahead of her. Now that kid is starving. I got a problem with that. But now, that aside, that's my disclaimer. But I don't care if somebody is getting Section 8 housing, making good bread, and drives a 7 Series. Bro, he's pimping the system. He or she, or they're pimping the system. Stickman from Dead Prez said, you either pimping the system or getting pimped by the system. I don't want a piece of the pie. I want control of the kitchen. This guy is pimping the system. Guy, girl, they, whatever, is pimping the system for $500 a month he's getting cheaper on his rent that the government is subsidizing. Meanwhile, he's taking that $400 savings and putting that towards the 7 Series. Wrong? Yeah, for the family that needs that house. But wrong on the moral aspect? Not at all, dog. Get yours. I'm not on it. That could be this fucking table is so annoying. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's Sean Price. It is him. You know what? You make all that noise you want, fam. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Sean Price. Yo, bro, he's fucking me up. Right? I don't care. Get your money. I'm not going to do it. You feel me? I work for mine. I don't need it. But I'm not mad for somebody that does. Because like I said, he's milking 400. Boeing is doing what? All these companies are doing what? And wait, so you mean to tell me that people could steal millions and it's all right? What is it, Nancy Pelosi makes 100 grand, 150 grand a year from her government job, but is worth 300 mil? Bitch, how you worth 300 mil? Oh, you own stocks. And you buy stocks ahead of time knowing that laws are going to change so certain businesses are going to prosper. So now you're going to, isn't that insider trading almost? Oh, but that's cool. No harm, no foul. That's cool. They taking millions, but somebody can't take a punk ass $400? What are y'all talking about? Why we having these people milking Section 8? That's them making us feel less than each other. Meaning like, we can milk this shit and nobody say nothing. If you read The Art of War, said it in the track, read The Art of War. You put little spies, you put little fake situations that happen just to cover your shit. You put the disinformation out there and some misinformation out there. For all we know, those are the millionaires and billionaires putting out crazy topics as if another person in my pay scale said some wild shit about somebody getting Section 8. For all we know, I ain't even say this shit. A rich person said it. Oh, yeah, they milking the system and blah, blah, blah. Come on, bro. Let the person get theirs. If they could pimp the system, I'm going to pimp the system. I do everything by the book because I don't need to pimp the system. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not going. Come on. Not dry snitching. I play by the books, fam. But you best believe if there was an option for me to do some Nancy Pelosi shit and get this extra bread, bro, we all gonna do it. Stop lying. We all gonna do it. So anytime you hate on somebody with Section 8, if the point is, but they taking the spot from somebody else that needs it, I'm with you 1,000%. I'm with you 1,000%. I'll be on your side. I'll be like, yeah, that's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. But if you come from the side of, they're lazy, that's fucked up. Why they get to drive a S-Class and pay less rent? Don't be a hater. You know what you are? You're a bad pimp. You ain't learned how to pimp the system, and the system pimped you, and now you mad that somebody else figured it out. Figure it out. Don't be mad at them. Figure it the fuck out. I'm coming in hot. That documentary got me hot, bro. Everybody's making millions. And the richer you are, the worse crime you could commit. The richer you are, the worse crime you could commit. If you broke and jaywalk, you're fucked. Let that sink in. Think about that. The richer you are, the worse crime you could commit. Because you got enough money to buy the system. When you're broke, the system owns you. That's just how it goes. That's facts. Those are facts. So all I'm saying, this episode is quick, man. Like I said, I just watched it. I got hot. I had to get it off my chest. I love rocking with y'all. And I figured, why not? Maybe somebody could comment below and be like, you wrong, you right. I love it all, dead ass. But yeah, so that whole shit got me thinking like, hey, man, if they can get theirs, you can get yours. All is fair in love and war. And I ain't trying to go to war, but the love ain't there. So what are we left with? Are we going to hate on other people getting theirs? But wait, we hating on the wrong people. Motherfucker he came over $400. They came over millions, close to $500 million for who knows the real numbers. We don't know how much they hiding. But we're not mad at them, though. Why? Because they're not in our same league? Bro, get yours, man. Stop fucking around and hating on people that are getting theirs. If they pimping the system and they ain't hurting nobody, even though taking a spot from somebody is hurting them. But you get what I'm saying. Let them get theirs. And if they're doing it in a wrong manner, karma will pay them back. Karma will pay them back. Nothing in this universe goes unpaid. Every debt gets paid in this universe. Don't get that fucked up. I'll say that again. Every debt in this universe gets paid. Just to let you know that my energy, pure, dog. I'm chilling out here. I'm just saying, I get amped up. Every debt in this universe gets paid one way or another. So instead of being like, y'all do that, let them do that. Why you harboring them feelings for? Why you mad? Tell them why you mad, son. Why you mad? Let them do that. How about you figure it out if you that mad? And if you don't want to do what they doing, then shut up. And let them do what they doing and do what you do. That's the problem. Get your hands in my pocket. Everybody wants to put their hands in somebody else's pocket. Oh, how much you make? Oh, you this. Oh, you that. Oh, good luck with your new job venture. My homie just switched up his whole career. Not really, but sidelined it. And all these side remarks that I hear and I see, right? And my homie good. He ain't fuck up. He good. He feel free. He's living free now. His conscience is free. His everything is free. So he chilling, but yet the side remarks are crazy, as if he fucked up. And they ain't give him the respect that he deserved prior to leaving. Now that he left, now people want to respect him. And then other workers are like, oh yeah, you know this and that. Bro, he made more money than you this whole time. What are you talking about? Acting like you paid more. You ain't paid more. I know the numbers. He ain't cool with you like that. I know I'm coming off hot, but I'm loving life, man. This is amazing. Like I said, I had to get some shit off my chest. That documentary got me hot. Previous conversations the last week or two, probably years, this Section 8 and pimping the system conversation. I have this shit for a while, but that Bowman shit made me put two and two together. And that whole stock shit with these politicians, I'm like, hold up. Why are we mad at these people taking $300-$400? Instead of being mad at these millionaires, they're on yachts. They're on yachts with stolen money or fugazi money. We just driving the S-Class down Route 35. That's a problem? That's a problem. Come on, man. You got your scope aimed at the wrong person. You off target, fam. If you think that way, you off target. I ain't hating. I'm not saying you can't think like that. I'm just saying you off target. You need to get your groupings better. With that being said, this is AWOL Podcast. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying?
What's your name? Where are you from?
My name is Elizabeth. I'm from Knoxville, Tennessee. We're storming the Capitol. It's a revolution.
Oh, whatever happened with that? See what I'm saying? Here today and you're gone tomorrow. Thank you everybody for rocking with the AWOL Podcast. Yeah, man, hit that subscribe button. If you ain't liking the podcast, hit the unsubscribe button. That's cool too. I ain't hating. I ain't mad. Hey, do what you got to do, fam. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't even know what else to say for the ones that do watch. It could be 5 people. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Y'all don't need to do it, but y'all do it. And I love y'all. And with that being said, I am out of here. Peace.